In the shadows of Hull, England during the 1970s, a deadly arsonist lurked, leaving behind a trail of fire and devastation. But what appeared to be a series of tragic accidents would soon unravel into one of the most horrifying murder cases in British history. This is the story of Bruce George Peter Lee, a serial killer who weaponized fire. Born Peter Dinsdale in 1960, Bruce George Peter Lee, who later changed his name in admiration of the martial artist, had a troubled upbringing. Struggling with a physical disability and cognitive challenges, he was often bullied and ostracized. But beneath his quiet demeanor lay a darkness that would turn him into one of Britain's most elusive serial killers. Between 1973 and 1979, a series of devastating fires erupted across Hull. At first, they seemed unrelated, a tragic consequence of accidents or negligence. But authorities noticed a chilling pattern. The fires were often set at night, targeting homes, care facilities, and even a hospital. Each blaze left behind scorched wreckage and, more disturbingly, an increasing number of victims. In 1979, a breakthrough came. A fire at a house on Selby Street claimed the lives of 3 brothers and their mother. Investigators, combing through the wreckage, found evidence of arson. The police intensified their efforts, and soon suspicion fell on a local teenager who had been spotted near multiple fire scenes, Bruce George Peter Lee. Under interrogation, Lee made a shocking confession. He admitted to setting numerous fires over the years, leading to the deaths of at least 26 people. His reasoning? He described his acts as mere daft things, casual and almost meaningless. But the consequences were anything but. Among the dead were children, elderly residents, and entire families who had no chance of escape. His victims never knew they had been marked for death. Forensic investigations confirmed his role in many of the cases, and soon the true scale of his crimes became horrifyingly clear. In 1981, Bruce George Peter Lee was convicted of 26 counts of manslaughter and sentenced to indefinite detention in a psychiatric hospital. The court ruled that he suffered from mental impairment, sparing him a life sentence in prison. But justice, for many, felt incomplete. Had it not been for his confession, how many more lives would he have taken before being caught? Decades later, Lee remains one of Britain's most chilling serial killers. His crimes defined not by a knife or a gun, but by the relentless fury of fire. His story is a haunting reminder of how devastation can hide in plain sight, until it's too late. If you found this story disturbing yet intriguing, consider subscribing for more true crime stories. And remember, monsters don't always lurk in the dark. Sometimes they walk among us unseen.